Welcome back to TV5 News at 9. It is time now. We love it. Legally Speaking with attorney Carol Thomas. Thank you for joining us. Happy New Year. I haven't seen you the new year.
Yes,
How
thank
are
you. I'm wonderful. Thank you. And yourself?
Right.
You're
doing well.
Good.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Well, today we are talking about elder law, estate planning, and trust. So we've spoken about elder law issues, but there's one issue that you want to give some attention to, and that's the legal aspect when it comes to end-of-life medical decisions. That's very important. Tell us about that, Attorney Thomas.
Well, it's very important, Colette, and a lot of people don't think about it.
Right.
And what's amazing, a statistic I just read was 7 out of 10 people are not able to communicate at the end of life. So think about that. If they haven't let people know what their wishes may be, it can cause a lot of heartache for their loved ones. Also, over 50% of people don't have any documents prepared. So it's a sad case of affairs at the end of life.
And that's why you always say, do not procrastinate. Get on it right away.
Right.
Okay, so tell us, Attorney Thomas, about how Michigan laws handle medical decisions if someone cannot make the decision for themselves. Michigan laws, it's a little different.
Michigan law is a lot different.
Okay.
I love what we have. Now, a lot of people think that they need to get a living will.
Okay.
Living wills are valid in 47 states. We are one of 3 states that we don't recognize living wills. A living will is a document where I would say, I want to be on a ventilator, but I only want to be on for 5 days. It's very case specific as far as what you want done.
Okay.
We do not recognize living wills, and actually the Society for Critical Care Medicine came out against living wills and said for one to be accurate, it would have to be 1,000,000 pages long.
Oh, wow.
And it still may not cover what you need.
Okay, so tell us about this and the medical power of attorney and where someone can actually get this document. What is that, first of all?
The medical power of attorney, and that's what Michigan has.
That's what we have.
That's
okay.
what we have, and I love that we have the medical power of attorney where the person names who do they want to make the decision for them if they're unable to communicate with the physician at end of life. It's different than this is what I want done, it's this is the person. And doesn't it make sense you want a living, breathing person making the decision, not a piece of paper you wrote 20 years ago.
You want the person who you would love to make that decision for you. Okay, that is very important. So Michigan, we're doing it right, aren't we?
We are doing it right. I actually did my thesis on this years ago, and my conclusion was Michigan is right.
I love it. Yes, we are. Okay, so what else can you tell us that we need to know that's pretty important right now?
There are a lot of things I want people to think about.
Yes.
What's very common in my office, I will have a mom sitting there, her husband has passed, she's sitting with her son, and mom will say, I don't want life support, no matter what, I don't want life support. And the son will say, okay, mom. Then, to be difficult, I say to the mom, would you be willing to have life support for 2 days if you'll live 10 years? Oh, well, then I want it.
Oh.
So it's not as simple as I want it, I don't want it. And the son will often just say, well, then what do you want me to do, mom?
Right.
So I think too many specifics makes it too hard for individuals.
I love that you make people think, though, about those different things. Now, Attorney Thomas, people just don't think about, have any thoughts about some of these important issues. What would you say? I know that you say don't procrastinate, make a plan, and talk with your family when you're able to.
Absolutely. And I had a physician client a few years ago, and I love what he said. He said to his family, if I'm in that hospital bed and you don't know what to do for me, pretend it was you. And do for me what you'd want me to do for you. That takes away the guilt, and it just really helps with the terribly hard decision making at end of life.
I love when you come. You always make us think about things that are so important that we don't think about that we need to.
Right.
Thank you for being my co-anchor today. I loved it having you here. Thank you again.
Thank you.
You are welcome, Attorney Thomas. If you at home want more information, just head on over to the Hot Links section. That's at WNEM.com.